Predators are supposed to follow rules, stay in their ecosystems, hunt the right prey, but did you know there are predators hunting prey they're not supposed to? Today we're going to break down why this actually happens and why it actually makes sense. The first predator on our list is a lion. When you picture a lion hunting, you probably imagine open savanna, tall grass, them going after zebra or wildebeest on dry land. That's what the rulebook says, but along the Skeleton Coast in Namibia, lions don't follow it. This is one of the harshest environments on Earth, where the Namib Desert slams straight into the Atlantic Ocean. These are desert lions. Inland prey in this environment is scarce, and fresh water is very limited. Survival here means adapting or starve, and these desert lions adapted in a way no one expected. These lions now hunt seals, and they're not just scavenging or stealing carcasses, they are actively hunting marine mammals on the beach. What they're hunting is Cape fur seals, and they will often come onto land to rest. And on land they are clumsy, slow, and completely unprepared for an ambush predator. These desert lions are the exact same ones that you think of in the savannas. Nothing about them or their biology changed, it's just their situation did. Big prey got scarce inland, so they first went after cormorant birds. And after following the cormorants to the beach, they found that there were large blubber puffs there. So the lions do what predators do, figure out how to hunt them and eat them. They take advantage of what's there. And on the Skeleton Coast, that just happens to be seals. At first they struggled. They didn't understand what a seal was. They had to modify how they would hunt them. Seals have really thick blubber. Lions had to figure their way around it. Eventually, they figured it out. Lions hunting seals feels weird. It's because they're crossing ecosystems. You don't think of lions on the beach. But our next predator takes this idea even further. When you typically think of wolves, you think forests, snow, hunting deer, elk, or even moose. Land animals hunting other land animals. But along the coasts of British Columbia, some wolves live by a completely different set of rules. These are often called sea wolves. Not a different species, just gray wolves that grew up in a different environment. On many of these islands, there aren't deer or elk to hunt. But what is there is the ocean. They'll hunt salmon during spawning runs. They dig for clams and shellfish at low tide. They scavenge whale carcasses when the ocean leaves one behind. Some packs will get over 90% of their calories from the ocean. And this is the part that really breaks people's brains. They swim. Open water, strong currents, island to island. For these wolves, the ocean isn't a barrier. It's part of their territory. What makes this really work for them is reliability. Salmon runs happen every year. Tides expose food on a schedule. The ocean will deliver the calories. So instead of chasing prey across forests, these wolves time their lives around the coast. Sea wolves show what happens when an entire population builds its life around a new food source. But sometimes it's not a population. Sometimes it's just an individual that's in the right place at the right time. And that's where leopards come in. Because as a rule, big cats aren't supposed to be fishermen. When you think of leopards, you think stealth, ambush, climbing in trees on dry land, stalk antelope, monkeys, or deer. But in places like India and Sri Lanka, leopards have been observed doing something big cats are not known for at all. They'll fish. This doesn't happen in fast-moving rivers or deep water. It happens when conditions perfectly line up. During dry seasons, water levels drop. Fish get trapped in shallow pools and muddy channels. They're concentrated, they're exposed, and the leopards notice it. Instead of avoiding the water, some leopards wade right in. Low effort, high reward. There's no long chase or no jumping out of trees. No real risk to them. Just a predator recognizing that in the moment, fish are the easiest thing to eat. This isn't something all leopards do. It's not common. It's a predator being opportunistic, which tells us something important. The leopard didn't suddenly become a different type of predator. It adjusted to the opportunity. And when the situation changes, the menu changes with it. And our last predator has the same idea, just pushed to the absolute limit. This time it's not a land predator adapting to water, it's an ocean predator going after something that doesn't belong in the ocean at all. Orcas, also known as the killer whale. That name comes from killer of whales. Orcas are one of my favorite animals. And when you think of orcas, you think in the ocean, cold water, hunting seals, fish, or whales. They are the ultimate apex predators of the ocean. You would never guess that moose factor into their picture at all. And yet in Alaska, there are documented cases of orcas hunting moose. This isn't as random as it sounds. Moose are actually very strong swimmers. In coastal Alaska, they regularly cross rivers and channels, sometimes swimming between islands. While they are good swimmers, the swimming changes everything. When swimming from island to island in the ocean, they're in deep water. Deep water makes them slow and vulnerable, and that's when the orcas will hunt them. The orcas involved are transient orcas. These are the marine mammal hunting ones, opposite of resident orcas that hunt fish. And when a moose enters the ocean, it is no longer a land animal. And if the orcas notice them, what a wonderful opportunity for some moose meat. But orcas don't need to hunt moose regularly. They don't need to evolve different hunting strategies. But if they happen to be swimming by where a moose is swimming by, they're gonna take that opportunity. None of these 4 predators evolved into something different. They didn't grow new weapons. They just recognized opportunity and took advantage of it. In nature, there are no official rule books. And if there were, these predators would not follow it. So which predator surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what other subjects you want me to cover on the show. And remember, nature is random and chaotic. I will see you next time.